Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your November 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you that will be celebrating the holiday this month. In conjunction with the runes for this reading, I'm going to be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. After this video, do be sure to meet me over on my Vimeo On Demand page. I'm going to pull one card from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue for your spiritual guidance. It's part 2 of this reading, and you can find the link to my Vimeo page below. Just click or tap show more under the video. But let's jump in and see what November holds for my Aquarians. November 2016. Aquarian energy. What do you guys think Val's gonna be up to? Now, as I always mention, Aquarius, these are general readings. That means not all of these messages will be specifically for you. It is not a private reading and should not be viewed as such. But just to give you a general view of the map here, so to speak, you can check the video for your rising sign and get additional clarification, or it may touch on other areas or issues you may be dealing with during the month of November. If you would like something far more specific that deals only with your issues or concerns, you can set up a session with me. I do those on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. It's here in the video, also below the video. And we'll get you an appointment set up and take a look at anything that you may be dealing with right now, anything that you just need some further guidance or advice on. But in general, for my Aquarians, let's see what November is going to be shaken loose for you here. Well, the challenge or focus of the month is actually a good one. 4 of Wands coming up is the challenge or focus. So a nice coming together energy, especially for those of you that are celebrating the holiday, family reunions, coming together, planning the event. Some of you may be hosting it, or deciding what you're gonna cook, what you're gonna bring, what you're gonna contribute. For some of you, it may be that you are focused on doing that, maybe bringing people back to the fold who have wandered off. I'm seeing sheep. Just kidding. If they don't have someone herding them, right, occasionally they can wander off and get lost. So yeah, you may be trying to get that family stability back, bring everybody together, or plan a big event. It doesn't have to have anything to do with a holiday, but I mean, it could, maybe you're planning a wedding. Maybe you're helping plan an event, helping throw something for work. Maybe it's a work event, a work party. Maybe it's a holiday party coming up in December, but November is the start of the plans for that. There's something that you're really putting a lot of energy into, that it's like you really want to bring it together, you want to bring people together, and have it come off without a hitch. And you know, you may be having to overcome some obstacles, some dishonesty, some yeah, I mean, we've got gossip here, ensues in reverse. So it's kind of like maybe somebody gives you misleading information. Maybe they give you the wrong number of people coming. Maybe somebody springs extra people on you, or springs things on you at the last minute. You may kind of feel like somebody's trying to sabotage you, or you know, they kind of want to see you fail at this. Or people may be talking about, oh, this event's gonna suck. You know, if it's a work thing. I'm not going to the holiday party, it's gonna say. And that may hurt your feelings because you're really putting a lot of effort and focus into that. Just dismiss that stuff. Whoever doesn't show up or doesn't come to whatever event you're planning, or doesn't participate in whatever it is that you're doing, I mean, you know, I think they're gonna hear from other people, oh, it was a lot of fun, you missed out. So good on you, Aquarius. Just kind of tune out the naysayers during the month of November. But some of you may be dealing with trust issues if you are kind of trying to reunite with a family member, or again, bring that stability back to your family. You may have some things to get over, you know, trust issues in particular, or maybe feeling like something's too good to be true. I mean, you know, maybe you thought this person would never come back, or you would never be hearing these things from this person. You may find out that you were told lies about someone. Maybe you were told someone said something and they never said it, or something of that nature, Aquarius, and you're very happy and joyful to find out that they never said that, and that makes it easier for you to reestablish this relationship. So the energy coming into November, what's in the present here as November starts, we've got 8 of Wands in reverse. So this is a lack of communication, right? Or like a communication breakdown. You're not getting the answers you need, but I mean, you've got intuition here, Legos. You just feel like something's coming, or maybe someone has given you some really good advice, some good spiritual advice. Maybe this is a problem or an issue that you've sought counsel for in a spiritual way from someone you see, someone like me, or you know, maybe you've talked, if you're Catholic, maybe you talked to a priest, or maybe you've talked to someone who, maybe an older female member of the family who's just very wise and definitely very kind of intuitive or in tune with the unseen. I feel like though someone has told you that something is going to happen, and at the beginning of November, you're just like, well, it's never going to happen. You know, this could also be your own intuition telling you, Aquarius, yeah, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's not happening right now, but it does seem like before the end of November, there is something happening here. Change. Balance is restored. Stability. Again, stability within the family is restored. An event comes off without a hitch, you know, despite other people's naysaying or negative attitude towards it. And you're willing to put a lot of effort into whatever this is, Aquarius, in November. Like, you have a goal, you've got tunnel vision. I'm gonna make this happen, by God, and nobody's gonna get in my way. And you know, you're a fixed sign, and when you've made up your mind, I mean, woe betide anyone who tries to stop you or gets in your way. The help that's going to be available to you, we do have King of Wands in reverse. So, and a lot of runes in reverse here around this King of Wands as well, indicating arguments with this King of Wands, perhaps. This may be the family member or someone at work you need to kind of have it out with. King of Wands in reverse, this is normally associated with fire sign energy. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Again, these are general readings, so you know, it may not be a male, it could also be a female, but definitely fire sign energy here. In the reverse, this is someone who's impetuous. They jump into things without thinking them through. He's coming up as a king, so maybe in years he's older, but in emotional development or mental development, he's a lot younger and a lot more immature than he should be. He just does things rashly, looks before he leaps. He can also have quite a temper, be very prideful and stubborn in his wrong-mindedness. You've met those people, right? They have a ridiculous opinion or notion, but they will defend it to death, right? Even though it makes no sense on the reality plane where hopefully the rest of us are residing. That kind of energy. So you may need to have it out with this person, Aquarius. I mean, this is, sometimes conflict is necessary. So you may disagree on something, but there may be some skeletons or secrets coming out around this King of Rods. They may be King of Wands, sorry, in this deck. Rods, Wands, same thing. But yeah, they may be telling you things about what has been going on with them. They may have been struggling with an addiction issue or some sort of something being off in a bad way with them or with a situation that they were dealing with. They may feel like they have been used or were taken advantage of in some way. This is coming up in the help position though. So that's why I say, if you're having it out with this person, this is gonna help in the long run bring the stability back that you're seeking. You need to do this. Maybe it's you expressing these feelings of hurt to this person, and the fact that, you know, they completely just kind of viewed your relationship as a have to rather than a want to, is what I'm getting with Rido in reverse. Because when Rido is in reverse, it can kind of mean like having to go see somebody when you don't want to, or having to do things you don't want to do, particularly if travel's involved, or moving, or so for some of you, maybe this was, you know, this could be your mate, or someone you were romantically involved with, and or married to even, and you know, maybe you felt like maybe they felt like they had to go wherever you wanted to go, or move wherever you wanted to move because of your job, or maybe you felt that way about this person. And maybe it seems more likely that's the case because he's somebody who does not really think about how his actions or behavior or decisions are affecting other people. So maybe you're expressing that, like, look, you know, we moved for your job, and, you know, now you're upset because we weren't making it financially because I couldn't find a job here. I had a job, I left it because you wanted to move here. You know, that's sort of, that's just one example. But yeah, I think you need to have it out with this person, Aquarius, many of you, in order to get back the stability to a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a marriage, a family situation, whatever. Maybe it's a boss for some of you, or a coworker. You know, you may just have to be like, look, you know, that's fine if you don't want to come to the holiday party, but I'm planning it, and, you know, the least you could do is not talk bad about it when, I mean, how do you know what it's going to be like if you're not coming and it hasn't even happened yet? Yeah, somebody maybe just be whining and moaning about the location of a work holiday party, Aquarius. And really making a big deal about it. Like, oh my God, we have to drive to a separate location, get dressed up, and just be like, look, we're trying to make this special. You don't have to come. But if you're not coming, then, you know, why comment on it? So now this could also be this person dealing with these issues and sharing them with you, Aquarius. This person has hidden information to that they're using to explain their behavior, but don't give them too much, don't give them too much rope, Aquarius. Hold them responsible for their behavior, because he's gonna try to get out of it. This guy will try to get out of responsibility, okay, for his action. Again, it's the pride and stubbornness. Now, what must be accepted about November? We do have justice. So, justice will be served, the right decision will be made, the right balance will be achieved, it will be fair. Whether you think it is or another person, the other parties involved think it is or not, karmically, whatever happens in November is going to be just right and true, the correct thing that needs to happen. So, based on past experience, what you've been dealing with in regards to a certain situation, you know, I feel like many of you are going to triumph because you have a lot of support. I feel like whatever your viewpoint is on this, whatever you feel is fair regarding this situation, you have a lot of supporters. Like, you have people backing you and agreeing with you, and probably saying, what, that guy's a whiner. Like, if this is going back to the work situation, they're probably like, oh, that sounds great. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I feel like for many of you, if you are planning an event, it's a group of you, it's not just you. Maybe you are the chairperson, and so you're kind of having to, or the director, whatever, having to kind of do the heavy lifting, but you've got people helping you out, and they're offended by what this person is saying as well. So I feel like you're gonna be on the side of the majority, Aquarius, in November. You're gonna have people agreeing with what you said, backing you up, and you know, kind of putting down any naysayers here. Now, the outcome at the end of November, we have the Hierophant. So this talks about tradition. Holidays are traditions, family traditions, you know, rules, regulations. The Pope is what this card is in other decks. But so yeah, going to a spiritual advisor, talking to someone that you trust. Again, going back to that, I'm seeing you just getting a lot of guidance, a lot of support, a lot of wisdom about something you're trying to pull together or something you're trying to do. You're trying to include everyone, not offend anyone, but at the same time, not let anyone ruin the situation, if that makes sense. So, I think by the end of the month, you know, everybody's gonna kind of fall into line. Whatever discord is happening up until then, you know, old traditions will be renewed. I think that whatever this is, maybe you're doing something church related. Maybe there is some kind of Thanksgiving service, or there's some kind of, maybe the event you're planning, maybe it is a wedding, you're getting married in a church, right? And it comes off without a hitch. There may be something that you forget to pay for though, or especially if it's an event like that where you've just got a lot of checks you need to write or a lot of things you need to take care of. Just really make sure you've got your list and you're checking it twice, or you're having one of these people that's really good at lists, maybe a Virgo, do that for you. Because yeah, there may be something that you forget to do, something that you forget to take care of. And it'll be a little bit disappointing that you did, but it's not going to ruin the thing. I think it's going to be rather minor, Aquarius, but yeah, I think there's going to be like a return to tradition or a return to the way things used to be. There may be some sort of event that has a theme connected to the past going on, and that's not normally something I get with this card or these runes. So yeah, we're going back to a different time. We're going back to a more you know, a time when the church reigned supreme, when religion had a more important role in people's lives, or family, or rules and regulations, traditions, things like that. For some of you, maybe this guy is just kind of balking because you're holding him to, you have to make sure everybody follows the rules in some sense for whatever this is, for this event, for, you know, like if it's a wedding, this may be somebody in the bridal party and like he wants to wear, you know, khakis or something. I mean, he is a rebel, this guy. He's always wanting to kind of, you know, he doesn't fall in line with being told what to do too well, but in this instance, he needs to be told what to do or told not to come to whatever this is that you're planning, Aquarius. So anyway, it's going to come off without a hitch. At the end of the month, I do see rules and traditions being upheld, and that's the best way to go about this. Some of you may be dealing with just a bureaucratic institution. This can also be a big corporation or contracts, again, because we have justice here, and having to go through all of this process before you can get money, before you can get a settlement, before you can get a payout, but it's coming. So now some of you, again, remember, any decisions rendered will be fair. Some of you may feel that you're not getting enough money, or that the settlement is not enough, or you didn't win a lawsuit and that's not fair, but justice is saying it is. Many of you though, I think it's you winning, and it's this King of Wands who's like, that's not fair, right? So that's what I see for November 2016 for my Aquarian friends. Like I said, join me over on Vimeo for part 2. The link's below. I'm gonna shuffle the Healing with the Fairies Oracle, and we'll see what further guidance we can get for you regarding the situation in November, Aquarius. So I'll see you over there, and I'll see you back here next month.